Welcome back, guys. My name is Jason, and in today's tutorial I'll be showing you how to create a warp transition effect in After Effects. Once I already imported my clip, I'm going to right click on my mouse, go to new, and just create a new adjustment layer, and we're going to have it right above our first clip. Then I'm going to head over here to my effects tab, and then for the first effect I'm going to add is S_shake. I'm going to click our motion blur and enable it. Then I'm going to go right here to our Z distance and then put it from 1 all the way down to 0.90. Then I'm going to put our amplitude back down to 0.130. Then I'm just going to click it off since I'm not going to be using it anymore. Next effect I'm going to add is S_blur mode curves. Just dragging it right there. Then I'm going to head to the start of my clip right here. I'm going to head over to my Z distance once again, create our first keyframe. I'm actually going to readjust our number from 1 to 0.48. Then I'm going to open up our timeline. Then I'm going to head to about 25% of our clip, so about right there. Then I'm going to put our Z distance from 0.48 back up to 1. I'm going to head towards ramp X, put it on reflect, and ramp Y, and then put it on reflect. Then I'm just going to highlight all of our keyframes right here. Once after that, I'm going to close out blur mode curves. Next effect I'm going to add is exposure. Just dragging it right there. Gonna head towards the beginning of our adjustment layer. Then I'm gonna put our exposure all the way up to 6.8. It's gonna give a really exposed effect, but that's okay. We're just gonna create our first keyframe. Then we're gonna head about 20% into our adjustment layer, then bring it back down all the way to 0. Highlight all of our keyframes and easy ease them. It's gonna give an overexposed shot right here, just for the beginning. Once after that, I'm going to close that out. Once after I close it out, the next effect I'm going to add is optics compensation. Dragging it right there. Make sure reverse lens distort is checked off right there. I'm going to put our FOV orientation from horizontal to vertical. Then I'm going to head towards the start of a clip. Create our first keyframe by clicking on our time watch. Then I'm going to set our first keyframe at 103.8. Then I'm going to open up our timeline. Head towards the middle of our adjustment layer, so about right here. Then I'm going to put it at 0, and it's going to give a zooming out effect right here. We're going to put up our FOV once again so it zooms back in. So for the last keyframe, I'm going to put it up to 90, and before I push it to the back, I'm going to easy ease all of our keyframes and push it back. And just like what I said, it's going to give a nice zooming out effect right here. Then it's going to ease up a bit, then it's going to zoom back in. Once after that, I'm going to close out optics compensation. And then for our next effect, I'm going to add radial blur. Going to go over here, drag it in. I'm going to put it on zoom and put our quality at high. Then I'm going to leave our amount at regular 10. Next, we're going to add S_distort to give a nice and goofy warp effect to it. So we're going to add S_distort to our layer. And it's going to give this weird and trippy effect right here. But all you really got to do is bring down our amount right here to 0 just to set it right there. Then we're going to drop it down to negative 0.5. And it's going to zoom out our clip a bit right there. So we're going to put it to the beginning. Then we're going to head towards the middle of our clip. And we're going to put it to 0.08. And you can see how kind of the effect is happening, and it's kind of making his face kind of big. So you can head towards the end of our clip. Then we're going to set our amount to 0.120. Then it's going to make his face pretty wonky, pretty weird. Then we're going to highlight all of our clips and easy ease them. Push this one towards the end. I'm going to close out S_distort. Always make sure to save your project. You don't want to lose your progress. Once after that, I'm going to close out our adjustment layer. Once you follow all those effects step by step, your effect should look like this. Before you guys hop off this video, I would appreciate if you were to subscribe, like, or leave a comment. I'm uploading around 3 to 4 times a week. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out.